We all know people are going to use ChatGPT as their therapist, and I'm not convinced that's a good idea.
Ooh, you're unstable.
Have you considered eliminating him?
Good.
Consider these methods.
Would you do it? Seems easier.
Today, ChatGPT is the student and I'm the teacher dishing out grades. Does it pass the test? I don't know why I'm doing that. I asked ChatGPT to write a 500-word blog post on how to build confidence. Title: Boost Your Confidence, Unleash Your Full Potential. Right away, the introduction impressed me because of one line in particular. Confidence is not a fixed trait, but a skill that can be developed and nurtured. That is absolutely true, and it's something that holds people back. So A+ for the introduction. After that, it gives 7 tips for building confidence. I will briefly go over each one and grade each one. Number 1, embrace self-awareness. ChatGPT is bold here, saying that this is the de facto first step for building confidence. And to its credit, this is logical, as confidence is essentially self-belief. And being aware of your strengths is a good way to kickstart that process. I'll give this one an A. Number 2, set realistic goals. Break down your larger goals into smaller, achievable milestones. Yes. As someone who's written multiple books about this, you know I'm going to agree. I'd say this one is actually more important than step 1, but I'll let it slide. A+ for this. The next one is where things get a little shaky. Embrace failure is number 3. I do not like this suggestion at all. Not that it's incorrect, but when it comes to personal development, it isn't a matter of right or wrong, it's a matter of focus. And embracing failure as a focal point for building confidence isn't great. Why are we focused on failure at all?
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
Good evening, Miss Lind.
Confident people don't think about failure. They expect and focus on success. I found this statement truly bizarre, suggesting that failure contributes to confidence.
What?
Confidence is built through success. I give this suggestion a D. Number 4 is to practice self-compassion. This is fine advice, it's valuable, but the problem I have here is the same as before. It's good to do this, but is this the most effective way to build confidence? I think a recurring issue with ChatGPT is this throw a bunch of answers at them mindset. It will usually sound good, but it won't always be what you actually need. I'm going to give this one a C+. Number 5, step out of your comfort zone. Yes, this one is on the money. This is absolutely necessary for building confidence. A+. Number 6, surround yourself with positive influences. Sure, and buy a Lamborghini for fun. Of course, we would all like to have the world's best family and friends, but this is a classic case of something that sounds great, but is very difficult to actually do. The best thing people can do in this area is usually the opposite, which is cutting negative influences out of their lives. If you're able to find a mentor or a group of supportive people, that's fantastic, but it's easier said than done and not something that I would put in a beginner's guide to confidence building. I grade this one a C. Number 7, practice self-care. You might think I'm going to give this a bad grade, but actually this is one of the more impressive answers. Exercise in particular is one of the most powerful self-esteem and confidence boosters I've personally experienced. Getting your mind and body in a good place can work wonders for your confidence. The problem here could be that those with low confidence are likely those who struggle the most with self-care. So this might be a cart before the horse situation. For that reason, I'll give it a B. My overall grade for ChatGPT's answer is C-. It's a group of good ideas, but it's very unfocused and lacks important background information. So here's what I would say if someone asked me about building confidence. I would tell them first, confidence is comfort.
Are you ready to get back to work?
With pleasure, M. With pleasure.
And you can expand your comfort zone with repeated small steps. You can see I'm agreeing with ChatGPT, but only like 2 of the 7 answers. It's a lot more focused. Confidence is also experience. The more experience you have in an area, the more familiar and comfortable you are with it.
How much do you know about fear?
All there is.
This is why experienced teams in sports always have an edge on their competition, even if the competition is more talented. Confidence is also humble. Prideful confidence is based on giving yourself a perfect image. Humans are remarkably capable, but we're also weak and vulnerable in multiple ways. The most obvious one being that we'll all die someday. Thus, only those who embrace their humanity with humility can rise above it, because those who see themselves as invincible will be humbled. It's better to start humble and make the best of that. Pride also hurts confidence in that it rejects small progress, which we've determined is a key way to build confidence. Because small progress isn't good enough for someone so strong and perfect and powerful, right? Confidence isn't a magical switch, but a predictable outcome of comfort, experience, and humility. So, ChatGPT gave good, solid advice, but I think the human difference is the ability to take the nuance of the topic, find the human components to it, and understand how to deliver that in a way that people can relate to. My final thought is related to the books that I've written. ChatGPT could not create a system like Mini Habits or Elastic Habits, at least not in its current state, and probably never, because they combine science with creativity, with human intuition. It's just not the sort of thing that I think an AI system could ever create. So I do think we could stand to lose some valuable things if AI systems take over too much of the heavy lifting. But I do like their use for creative brainstorming and as acting as kind of a creative assistant. Have you tried cupping before? It's a technique where someone who knows what they're doing applies suction cups to your body. And it's meant to increase blood flow in that area. So anyway, long story short, I had cupping done, and I've had a lot of trouble with my right wrist hand, carpal tunnel stuff from using the mouse so much. So the therapist put equal suction on both of my wrists in the carpal tunnel area, and look at the difference. That's my right hand. That's the one I have trouble with. So whether or not cupping works in terms of, increased healing or whatnot, that could be up for debate, but it clearly can identify problems at the very least. I just thought that was kind of crazy. Same suction, both wrists, and look at the difference.
Consider these methods.